please allow me to take you back to 2002 and walk you through a prelude that robbed you of nearly a level's worth of experience points. Let's play some Neverwinter Nights. Now, like I said, this is something you can do in the prelude of the game. It's an exploit that I stumbled upon years ago, and I haven't really found online people talking about it. I haven't found it in Reddit forums or comment sections of Neverwinter Nights videos, and so I want to make a video about it. Maybe it's quite common knowledge, I don't know, but I love this strategy and I'm going to show it to you. And yes, it takes place in the prelude, which a lot of players don't like. Most times players will skip the prelude and enable the cheat codes to make them level 3 at the beginning of the game, because when you play the prelude, you end up at level 3 at the beginning. If you skip the prelude and start the game, you're level 1, which that's another story for another time altogether. But for now, let's get into it. Now, here we are. Start a new game, Neverwinter Nights Prelude, and make whatever character you want, whatever race you want, doesn't matter. I'm going to make probably a half-elven rogue, but you make whatever you want. The character doesn't matter one bit. All that's going to matter is what you do in the prelude. So, make your character, and I'll meet you when that's done.
As I say.
And yes, I'm an old school player. Did I pause it? I don't know if I did or not. Sorry. And yes, I'm an old school player, and I love me some Gary Gygaxian D&D. That's why my rogue is called Gord the Rogue. But make your character, doesn't matter what it is. Now, here we are at the beginning of the prelude. I tend to take everything out of all these chests in the whole area and take them with me, and we're going to drop them off at a crate at the very end of the prelude. So do that if you want to, because I want to try to avoid encumbrance till the end of this exploit that I'm going to show you. Not to deal with it's not anything to do with the equipment, but it's just to kind of make it easier for you. So start your game, take all the equipment, talk to whoever you have to. You only have to really talk to a certain amount of folks and finish your character class graduation skill thing. Like, I'm a rogue, I got to steal 3 keys and return them, but do whatever you have to do for your class, and I'll meet you at the end of the prelude when it gets to the graduation hall with Lady Airbeth. And take everything, and I mean everything. Take all the stuff that the mages have, that the clerics have, everything. None of these interactions with these NPCs are going to affect your character in any way, so just go through them as fast as you can. We don't concern ourselves with that because we're concerning ourselves with the exploit I'm going to show you. So get through this, and I'll show you later what we're going to do. Here's the store owner. I sell my extra stuff to him in the beginning like this. We're going to come back and do it again too, to keep myself light, because we're going to want plenty of space to carry off all the loot we're going to get. Yes, take the books too. They're not going to sell themselves. These are the parts that bore other players to tears, is talking to all these tutorial people. Just, you can press the number 1 and get through all this stuff, but talk to these folks, get through this room, and move on. Yes, take all the weapons. Take everything of value that is not nailed down, no matter where it is, because you're going to drop all of it off anyhow. So take every last bit of it. No, do not go into the bestiary and take on all these monsters. You will die. I like having the map up here in the corner going on, and I'll shrink it down. These are the rooms where you gotta kind of graduate and do your thing. Just take all the valuables and finish off the graduation thing you have to do. I'm a rogue, so this room doesn't count, but there's stuff in it for me to take, so I'm gonna take it. This is my graduation room that I have to do my skill thingy in. This is the busy work that most players hate. Just get through this, it's gonna be worth it, I promise you. Now that you've finished your graduation skill thingamajig, talk to the guard, open the door, and go in. This is the room that you want. This is the graduation hall. I'm not going to do what I need to do in this room yet. I'm going to take things out of these desks and go back and sell everything to that shop owner. You should do that as well, because you're going to get encumbered with stuff later on. I hope everyone knows that you can hold your left mouse button down and it keeps you running. Kind of a fun little bit of knowledge about the game, but I'm going to go sell my stuff. Or I should say, I'm going to go sell the inhabitants' things back to them, unknowingly. Now is where the magic happens. Hopefully you've sold all your extra gear off. I'm down to like 24 pounds now of weight, which is nice. I'll have plenty of space for other stuff when I take it, once we clear out the whole academy. But for now, talk to Lady Arabeth. It'll start the fight, and we'll go from there. Arabeth spoke to me without me making it happen, so to get through this conversation, she gives you your first quest, and then now here we are. I always like to come right here. Now, save your game right now. And when you do save it here, you're going to want to keep this save slot as a completely separate thing that you don't save over. Save this save slot because this is now at the point where the exploit happens. Yes, yes. And you're not going to want to save over this because if you go through this and do it in a way that isn't as efficient, you're going to want to come back and maybe do it again. So save your game. Now, I'm sure there are lots of players that know exactly what I'm going to do here. This is the exploit that I'm talking about in the Prelude, and this is what so many people skip past and use cheat codes to do, which I don't want to do that. I want to play the game. But now we are ready to commit to the exploit. Open the door. Don't go through yet. Now, just like the song from AWOL Nation, go through the door. Run. Run, run, run. Hang a right, go through these double doors. Yes, you guessed it. We're going to run past every single thing in this entire place. Run past, run to the right here. I usually click on the doors to navigate through these rooms, but keep running. Run, run, run. There's Pavel. We don't need to talk to Pavel right now. Just run. There's going to be a goblin through here. Run past him. Click on the floor past him to avoid him. If he engages you, keep clicking the floor to get out of his fighting. There's 3 here. Click the hallway past them. Keep going. Keep going. Don't engage them. Don't attack them. Okay, there you go. Through the door. The man in here is who you want to talk to. Talk to him and press 121 to finish this conversation. 121. Bang. Raise your level. Okay. It's paused now. That went fast, I know. But we're getting our first level right here. And I didn't show you the experience points you got from fighting those 4 mages back with Lady Arabeth, but it's probably around 100. It might be close to 200 experience points. That's not going to matter because the exploit that I discovered is that when I first went through here and began to notice what's going on here, I wasn't sure if this man here was giving me enough experience points to just happen to raise me to level 2, or if he was raising me to level 2 no matter what. Ooh, what did I do? Sorry. Oh my gosh. That was not fun. I apologize. Sorry about that. But this guy's raised to level 2 now, and you're going to have a flat 1,000 experience points. In essence, what happened is if you had gone through and attacked all these goblins and all the bad guys that you just ran past, all those experience points are kind of erased. And he raises you to level 2 now with a flat 1,000 experience points. Raise your character, and I'll get back to you when that's done. I'm going to take a level of Ranger to have that 1 level dip and get access to more skills. But raise your character any way that you want to, doesn't matter. Alright, I'm at the point now where I've raised my character. Once I hit OK, it's going to unpause. What we're going to do is run off to the right here, down this hallway. That's kind of to the southeast. So just finish talking to him, hit OK, it's going to unpause, and we're going to keep running. Do not engage any goblins at all. Hit OK and unpause. Bang, run. Run through that door. You are now level 2. Keep running. Run down this hallway. Hang a right down this hallway here. These goblins kind of suck at this end of this hallway. Run past them. Click on that door. Oh, come on. There we go. Sometimes I've gotten caught up in there and I'll have to kill goblins, and that's where I lose experience points that I could be getting later. Run to the right here. Run straight through this big room. all the way to this door. We are almost to the home stretch. There we go. You're going to get nailed every time. Run through. Go, go. Run to the back of this room. You're running because there are bad guys behind you. And these friends here are going to be helping you in the fight. So, finish this fight and we'll reconvene. Now, the fight's done. Pick up your treasure bags. They're hard to see in this floor, but pick them up. Now, take a look at your experience points. I have 1,144. When I talked to that man earlier that raised me to level 2, I was at a flat 1,000 experience points. And you can probably guess exactly what I'm doing. I have gotten 144 experience points from killing the bad guys that I killed in this room here. What happens now is we're going to talk to Desther and Fenthic. It doesn't matter who you talk to, but once you finish talking to them, they're going to raise you to level 3. So don't forget, we had 1,144 experience points. I'll come back to you once I'm done talking to these guys. Yes, number 4. I'll meet you in a week. Boom, end dialogue. Bang, level up. You are now level 3. Raise your character. Doesn't matter what you take, just go ahead and raise. I like the rogue because I get lots of points to spend on skills, but raise your character. Doesn't matter what you do. All right, hit the C button. Let's take a look at your character sheet. Look at your experience points down here. You now have exactly 3,000 experience points. And how did you get that? Didn't we not fight any monsters? What happens is he raises you to level 3, and now your experience points are just flat 3,000. If you had gone through and killed all those bad guys, you would have kind of had those all erased. And so now we didn't kill all the bad guys. All the bad guys are here to the south, or to the north. Down here to the south, this door here, don't go there. That's the door that lets you end the prelude and you start the game. Don't go to the south. Turn towards the north. Now, you guessed it, what we're going to go back and do is go through every single room, and we're going to kill all the goblins and skeletons. There's tons of them, and they're in every single room except the very last room of the prelude. So go back and kill them all, keep track of your experience points, and we'll tally it all up at the very end to get our grand tally. I'll meet you at the end. Don't forget, search every single room, and I get my map going here so I can keep track of where I am and where I've been. So go get every bad guy, or I'll show you one cool little trick here first. Kill these guys in this room, and once that's done, I'll get back to you. Don't forget to equip your bow and take some bad guys out from afar. Now, once they're all gone, what I do here is I'll probably, if I have a lot of equipment, which I kind of don't, but if I do, I'll drop it all off in this crate right here. And that's close to the end, which we're going to come back to, but we're not there yet. So, but if you have a lot of gear, drop it off in this crate here, and then you won't be as encumbered once we get back here. Now, the reason why I have you save in the graduation hall, once the fight starts, if you'll recall, you talk to Lady Erebeth and those 4 mages come out and they attack you. Back when, I have you save it in front of the door, because if you go through this area and you kill too many goblins on your way to go talk to Fenthic and Desther, that's experience points you're losing when you come back through and kill all the bad guys. So you can reload your save and come through here again, like if you get caught up in some other area and goblins are around you and you kill some, or you kill too many, you're losing those experience points and you want them. So we'll get back to our grand tally at the very end. All these rooms have bad guys and treasure, all full of them. This is the second half, the ending part of the prelude, so make sure to be very thorough, check through and get all these treasures and all the goblins. Some are hiding around corners, so be very thorough. You don't want to miss any of it, because once you leave this place, you can never come back. And since you didn't do any exploring, you just ran through this whole place as fast as you could, all these places are all undiscovered, so that makes it a little easier to see where you've not been, but be very thorough and get it all. Oh, and your buddy here, he doesn't ever take damage or get killed, so he's been sitting here fighting this entire time. So save your friend. This little hallway here can be especially full of bad guys and some kind of stuck in corners, so make sure to search the whole thing and look all around. Oh, and also, please subscribe to my channel. I'm a brand new gaming channel. I love playing games, and I have like 35 subscribers. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe and comment down below. Let me know that you did. And like and feed the algorithm and watch me mess up and do all the things. So please subscribe. Thank you very much. Now, here's the room with Pavel again. Do not talk to him at all. It's been so long since I've actually talked to him ahead of time that I forget how it goes, but I think he joins you. And if he does, he might kill bad guys, and I don't think you get the experience points for them, or you don't get as much. So don't talk to him until the very end. Just steal books and kill goblins and skeletons. Take a look at the map. This room, this chest is what will encumber you. I'm going to see if it does. Oh, it didn't. That's pretty nice. I have like 9 pounds of spare space, but that's why we get rid of all our stuff, because of that one chest with that breastplate in it. So that's what will encumber you right there. That's why we drop things off at the crate at the very end, and why we sell things at the beginning. For now, keep going. This is the second half of the prelude. You're going back to the first half now. Go through these double doors. This map you've already been through. This is the first part of the prelude, or kind of the second, considering the very first room you start in. But all these rooms up here, they all have monsters in them, every single one. So you kind of have to retrace your steps, be very thorough, take care of all the goblins, and just go clean house. Use those arrows. Check all around. These rooms could have guys hiding in them, and you're going to miss them. Those are all your experience points. Go get them. Like that guy there. No, do not fight the monsters in the menagerie. You will die. Now, with this room here, this is the shopkeeper right there, or it was. That's it. This is the beginning of the prelude through this door here. There's usually no monsters in here, and all the treasures are already in your pockets anyhow. So now that I'm done cleaning out all the rooms in the entire place, I'm going to go back to the very end, and we'll do the grand tally of all the experience points that you would have missed, that would have been erased from you and robbed from you way back when. So I'll meet you there. And that door to the south here goes to Lady Airbeth. You don't have to talk to her. There's no monsters or treasure in there, so head back. Now you can talk to Pavel. He's just going to disappear, just go through all his stuff, yada yada, end dialogue. He disappears, he's done. He would have joined you, and I don't like to risk that because he can also get in the way. If I'm running through here and trying to just get done with this thing to get to the end of it, he's gonna kill monsters and bad guys and take away experience points from me, and we don't want that. We don't want that. In case you did stow any stuff in the crate here, double check your crate, make sure you got all your stuff out, and let's head to the very end of the prelude and do the grand tally. All right, here we are at the end of the prelude. Do you recall what your experience points would have been if you'd gone through the normal way? If you had gone through and fought everything all the way through the academy and raised to level 2 and had your experience points wiped to 1,000, raised to level 3, had your XP wiped to 3,000, here is our grand tally. As opposed to having 3,000 experience points and walking through this door and starting the game, we now have 5,487. As opposed to needing 3,000 experience points to raise to level 4, now all we need is 513. You are welcome. Bam! And I'll say again, I don't know if this is a well-known thing to do. I haven't heard friends talk about this. I've not found it on YouTube video comment sections and Reddit forums, but I love this exploit, and I'm so glad that you came along with me on this. And please comment down below and let me know if you've heard of this and if you've done it. I'd love to hear your experiences with this and how many times you had that many experience points this close to level 4. I love this thing. So thank you so much for coming along. Please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you. I'm very new and growing, and as you can tell, I'm in my mom's basement playing video games. So please subscribe, comment down below, and watch more videos, and like the thing, and feed the algorithm, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.